Thank you for joining us for this, our 142nd installment in our ongoing journey to WTC, where Jesse and I share all our practice tournaments, meta thoughts, and lists as we discuss the world of competitive 40K, and Jesse complains incessantly about how bad 10th edition is. Now, unfortunately, Jesse couldn't join us for the video because he suffers from scopophobia, and but he is here in audio, which is good. So we have a good recent picture of him in the chat for you to make sure that you can see this lovely gentleman in person, even though he can only join us with audio. Now,
what picture do you have of me?
It's the one I took of you recently when we met at Forbes. You were holding a spear, so it's fine. Don't worry. Everybody knows.
I'm a little worried.
You're holding a spear in a kind of a good place too. It's kind of nice, sexy.
You would like it.
I do. That's why I put it there. Obviously.
Yeah.
Now this is a live show, guys. So if you are joining us here live, thank you for joining us because we are going to be doing the live pairings for the first ever team event of Studs and Snotlings starting tomorrow at the end of this episode. So we are being joined by one of my fellow TOs and partners in crime for this from Warp Speed Distribution, Cody.
That's right.
Welcome.
Hey, guys.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. And obviously Rob in the chat joining us as well, another one of the heroes, unsung heroes of this hobby for printing out, painting this terrain, getting all the prizes and stuff ready for you guys. So we have been in full swing for at least 3 months at this point, getting ready for this weekend. And I think, aside from the few last-minute painting things that Rob is doing right now, we are as ready as we're going to be, right?
Yep.
Right?
All the tables have been painted. They're off the line. Everything's ready to go. We're just packing up and heading over to the event right after this.
Right after this, yep. So we're here. I do have all the pairings ready to go. So I'm going to be doing this live. There are 3 grudge matches that happened, so we'll go over those first. But, of course, we do have a podcast episode to go over first because the data slate did drop. Now,
yeah,
this is the big... And Jesse played a 40K game. He did it. He did it, guys. He played a fucking game. So
clearly the data slate worked then.
Clearly the data slate worked it up for him. Well, he did say when it came out he would try, right?
Yeah.
So
I didn't want to be a liar.
You did exactly. See, that's good. It's good that you're not a liar. But did it change anything for you, like off the cuff, Jesse?
So I'm going to be transparent. I played World Eaters.
Yep.
Because I figured if I bitch about combat, I should give combat try all the combat at once.
That makes sense.
So I didn't have. I'm sure there were guns in my list. I didn't shoot any of them.
Bolt pistols and shit.
Yeah, I didn't shoot any.
Yeah.
But I played against Will, our friend Will. Will.
There you go, Will. There's your call out. You always love getting those.
Will is a fluff bunny. So Will was playing a Space Marines list. That probably 50% of it was legends, to be completely honest. But it let me test combat against an army list that was, let's call it suboptimal.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that it gave combat the best chance it had to look good. And I won, right? So I guess I can't be like it was shit, but combat still didn't feel right. I don't know how to explain it.
Is it mainly because of the movement shenanigans you have trouble doing right now, or is there something else in?
Yeah, I think it's
because I
like the extra move that I used to get from fighing.
Yeah, I get that,
and I miss that. And the combat lethality is definitely down. Now that said, obviously, like I said, I was playing TAC Marines and bikes and stuff. So when I touched something, it went away. But yeah, combat just doesn't feel to have the same punch it did. That said, the main, I don't know, it does still seem to be a huge balance discrepancy in the game, which I think is still a giant problem. Now, that said, I don't care if my army sucks, as long as I have a chance to play into it. But playing yesterday, Wheel didn't have much of a chance. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's not fun. And that's because I went second. If I had gone first, it would have been even worse for him. So like let's take World Eaters as an example, okay? If I go first, I can have, and I build my list this way, and granted it's a decision to make, which I didn't make it, but you could. I can make it so my army is just on you turn 1, and there's nothing you can do about it. Just nothing. You're just like, okay, your army's charging me. And that's not fun for you, right? And then if I go second, my army is just basically fucked in certain matchups, you know what I mean? And that's not fun for me. Like, I think there's just a lot of poor design choices. Now, I'll say that the mission, the random tactical objectives, those were all right. It is a little, can feel frustrating when your opponent's just getting, like, auto score ones. And you pull 2 that you're just like, oh, those just aren't going to happen. And the only chance you have of scoring any points is like, I got to lose CP, which come pretty slowly now. So I found that, yeah, I think there's still some issues with the game. It's better, I will admit, without having to deal with Titanic units just overwatching twice no matter where I go on the table. It was better. Yeah. It was better.
Okay, so something did feel different, even though that wasn't technically in your game. That you felt that
just not
difference.
Having to like deal with it. Yes. So, but like now that Titanic units can't do it across the board,
it is a big change.
I think that was good. And World Eaters are very fast. I will say that they are very, very fast. That +2 move and advance and charge is insane, and you just always get it. I don't care what the percentages say. You just, if you're literally, I just roll 8 dice and be like, I'm just gonna pick what I want because I know the dice are here. Like they were just always there. It was, and I didn't even have to use the favorite a corn ability. So like, yeah, I don't know. Like, okay, it's better. That said, will I play 40K? Yes. Am I reinvigorated to the obsession levels of pre-10th edition? No. So they haven't lost me, but they haven't brought me back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, you didn't play a game that really you didn't really see the difference from the old dataslate to the new one with the game you played, right? Because Will wasn't bringing any of that kind of stuff. You were bringing a full close combat army, which is good now. Actually, World Eaters did get enough of a glow up that we're seeing more of them in the meta go right now. Like they are actually showing up at tournaments again. They're doing well. Actually,
Angron's pretty good.
Angron with 1 or 2 Lord of Skulls is actually a good list right now because the Lord of Skulls towering change benefits them immensely because they are close combat.
They have close combat.
Well, they're made for close combat. Let's be honest. It means they can actually hide coming up there, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I still don't like the changes to fly.
The changes to fly, I get, because that's a huge hit to a lot of people. It's something that they've been used to for so long, that being able to fly over the terrain and stuff. That I understand that takes some getting used to. As somebody like a GSC, even as like a NID player to an extent too, I feel the difference, but I actually like it. I think it was a little too heavy-handed in the sense that just having to do the full movement, like maybe -2 movement going through it or something would be fine. But actually having to fly over, like that doesn't give fly any benefit aside from going over units. I do think that was a little heavy-handed, but I don't think it's like terrible because I'm sorry, just all the Dark Eldar players, Harlequin players, you just have to get used to moving like the rest of us numpties. Going around.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's like trying to get Angron around the table so we used the stud layout for our game.
Yeah, did you?
We didn't have we didn't. We sort of mixed and matched what we could with the terrain. I will say if the stud layout is, and I don't know because I haven't been following tournaments as closely as I used to, like I said, but if the stud layout is indicative of what is normal for terrain setups across tournaments, it feels like if you want close combat, you need infantry. Good infantry close combat to go through the walls because like that was like granted like the stud terrains there was, I'm not saying that it was skewed towards combat. Like there were firing lanes, there were places where like I couldn't stop or I would be in the open, you know what I mean? Like I still had to play
Yeah.
the game, you know what I mean? It wasn't just like I'm constantly hidden, go fuck yourself. You're not going to be able to touch me until I'm at you. Like if you're a shooting army, you still had the ability to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were a combat army, especially with the infantry keyword, and you get +2 move and advance and charge, there were places to get like dude, the +2 move, advance and charge. Like I took berserkers out of a rhino. You know what I mean? They came out 15 inches, and that was because I didn't roll great on my advance.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it was just like, oh, here I am. And he was like, I thought I was more than far enough to not guarantee a charge. He was like, yeah, I could basically charge your whole army from here. So that was crazy. But like I said, the efficiency of the combat's down. So you do have to make decisions on what you're gonna do. So I don't know. Like I will play it. After playing yesterday, I could see myself focusing in on World Eaters. They were pretty fun.
Okay, we made progress.
The point cost is the Berserker point cost is very good. That is a good level for Berserker point cost. What needs to change and what GW needs to do, and I didn't look at the NID codex, so you tell me if they fixed it or not. The points is power level bullshit that they've put out. That needs to go away.
Points? What do you mean?
So basically, we play with points, but the points are just large power levels.
You lost granularity.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a Corn Eviscerator on a Berserker, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Should not be a free upgrade.
Yeah.
Like that's, you know what I mean? Like there should be a 5, 10, whatever point. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what the point cost should be, but there should be something.
That is also something to get used to too, because there are a lot of weapons. Like, I think a lot of them have actually been either brought down, or it's just like you may as well make it generic equipment, because I'm obviously always going to put this on there to the point that's what it should be at, and the point cost of the entire unit should reflect that, because again,
look at Death Guard.
Yeah, exactly.
You get like a million special weapons.
Yeah, that part gets a little ridiculous with all those special weapons and stuff you get on there. Like you might as well just make that part of the unit and point it appropriately. Which with the point drops recently, I don't know if they are anymore, but hey, we'll see. Cody's going to try him this weekend, so
I'm giving him a go.
I think you should just charge for those weapons. Like, you know what I mean? It's not that hard.
Well, it's something that we've been doing for 9 editions, really, almost.
It's not, and like it helps with balance, because like if Meltas get too good, Meltas go from 5 points to 10 points. You know what I mean? If Plasma's taking over the meta, okay, Plasma's 15 points now. Go fuck your Plasmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, things like that. Those are like. That said, these are now fixable. These feel like fixable issues. I would like to be able to attack if I have 2 close combat weapons in my hand.
Not this
I think
again.
I should be able to attack with both close combat weapons.
You do if they actually attack.
No. But if someone with a gun can fire 6 guns in a shooting phase, why can't my unit that is possessed by 8 bloodletters swing with both hands?
Because you only have 2 hands, but they have 10 fingers for triggers.
Like, come on.
Or 8 fingers.
Just throw combat a bow. It needs a little help.
It's true. It needs a little bit.
Saying.
It is definitely better now with some of the changes, like with the Overwatch and towering and stuff. It is better. The terrain setups have helped close combat a lot too. You're right. Infantry definitely benefit the most, because the bigger stuff either has to survive the shooting because they couldn't quite jump from one cover to another, or
to get from one to the other without fly if you're big.
But at the same time, if you're that big and you don't have those things, then the shooting armies do need to be able to interact with you too, because the problem we had before with some of those armies is that shooting armies had no way to interact aside from indirect, which had to get nerfed because indirect was too broken. So there's that balance sheet of one thing gets nerfed, then the other thing has to get nerfed because they just keep unbalancing each other. Yep. So indirect, I think, is actually it's at a better spot right now, not because indirect itself is not strong enough, but because the strong indirect fire, aside from guard right now, is a little bit toned down, mainly with like Desolation Marines going down to 5. Like that hurt them quite significantly. They had with their full rerolls and stuff. The Tau is okay now. The Guard is the only one that is I'm not even going to say oppressive, but it is definitely the best in the game, which it should be. That's kind of what Guard does, right? So I'm not upset about that.
I will say we can end it here, but I'll say this: if this iteration of 40K came out, this balance slate iteration of 40K was what was originally released, I don't think I would have had the hate boner for 40K that I did.
That's fair.
Is what I'm going to say.
That's fair. Yeah. See, they were. We'll take that as a win. Good job, GW.
Yep.
We'll take that as a win.
Well, they've taken a lot of like the unfun bad feelings.
They have,
out of it,
yes.
where you're like, oh, this is just, I don't like this. I just got shot 3 times. Okay.
Yeah.
It's my turn. Why
am I getting shot so much? I love the addition of the multiple interactions you can do on your opponent's turn, so you feel a more interactive game state. I do enjoy that. That it was a little too much before. I like now it's more on a couple of the strats you have that kind of interact. Like, I can
not getting indirect Overwatched is
not getting indirect Overwatch is a big deal. It's like, if I move, I'm going to get shot. Like, no matter what, that's bullshit. Bullshit.
And same with and taking away from the Titanic made sense too, because I guess they can't see through walls, but when they could see through walls and Overwatch, it was just you were just like, oh, that knight's just can't.
And then you throw the devastating wound on there, and ow.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, the devastating wound change was also a very good one, because now
yes,
a devastating wound weapon cannot just kill anything in the game. It will not kill hordes. Hordes got a huge glow up from this. Because now
and Marines too. I don't like World Eaters if they're going up, Death Guard's going up. Like all those armies we're just getting punished by devastating wounds.
Punished, for sure. So now it's actually the devastating wound change is another really good one too.
Yeah.
So other than that, the free stratagem change. This one was.
I didn't know this one. Me and Will kept talking about it, being like, "What's this change?" And I was like, "I have no idea." And so I was just like, He was like, I think I can only use core once. I was like, I don't care. Just do whatever you want.
No, absolutely. So the basic thing right now is, so the CP, the way that the free CP used to work is that the unit can pick any strat and use it again for free. That's just what it was. But now it's only battle tactics that you can do. And usually there's only 2 battle tactic stratagems that any codex has that you can do this with. So
so it's like based off those names.
Yeah, so it severely limits what you can do. Now those battle tactics, if you look at, I looked at all the codexes. I think almost every one of them had at least one really good one that's still worth taking. So it's still worth taking that, but not spamming it. So you're doing it like every turn. It's just now it's actually something I can think about. And the command reroll is also free, so you can do that if you're out of everything else. It's
that's a battle tactic one.
Yeah, that's a battle tactic.
Okay.
That's specifically a battle tactic. It also means that the
is Overwatch a battle tactic? Sorry to interrupt.
Sorry,
is Overwatch a battle tactic?
No, it is not.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, so it cannot be done twice for free unless it specifically says Overwatch. And the other thing was because it's not just like the free ones; it's any kind of modifying CP. So even like the Vex of the world saying, "Oh, you use this, okay? Well, now it's going to cost you an extra one every time." You can only do that to battle tactics as well. The battle tactics are the only ones that can be adjusted at all. Up or down.
Oh, okay.
So it made those ones a lot weaker too, which is good because that was getting a little frustrating when you only had one good strat and the opponent's like, well, now you're never going to use it again. Good luck.
Yeah.
So it was a good change. It wasn't what I was thinking they would do for it or what they could do for it, but I'm okay with it. I actually kind of like where it is. And the other change I think they made, because before, if you had a strat that you had to target 2 friendly units. From GW's ruling before, if you had a free strat, you could make a free strat with this one squad, and you had 2 squads that had to be targeted with it, you couldn't do it. Because only this one squad can make it free, and the other one has to get targeted, so that you couldn't do it. Now they said you can, but both of those squads have to have the guy that reduces that CP to 0. So at least they clarified that, because before not being able to do it at all, unless you spent the CP, which I guess is okay. It's a little bit more clarification. I like that too. I think we already talked about the firing Overwatch thing. Now, the Insane Bravery change. This one was a little out of left field. I'm not mad about it. I don't think it's a bad change. It's just out of left field. So the Insane Bravery being, the automatically pass bar 1, you no longer can do it after the fact, that was a little dumb.
That's good.
That was a little dumb. It's like, oh, I failed. Cool, CP, I pass. Like, that was dumb. But
no risk.
they also made it once a game again. I don't think they need to do both of those. One or the other would have been fine.
I do think it's good. Because the downside of morale isn't that bad.
Yes, it is.
It's just not.
It is.
Like,
it absolutely is. You are not playing enough games to know this, Jesse. I'm going to fight you to the death on this one. It absolutely does matter.
But
it
there
really
are
matters
armies
against Necrons.
Yeah.
There are armies like Chaos Knights whose whole shtick is I'm going to mess with your morale, and that's what turns my army on.
Mm-hmm.
And before it was just people were just like, oh, I failed. No, I didn't fail.
Yeah,
I failed. Nah, I didn't fail. And they just moved on and kind of turned off that entire mechanic for that army.
Yeah,
an army that has been struggling.
Yeah, it feels really bad, and I think it's interesting to have morale actually do something.
Yeah, morale actually, and again, I will fight you on this because Battle Shock does make it going to OC 0 when you're not when you're having just one unit on an objective or something. It hurts a lot.
Yeah.
Not just the not being able to use strategy, because it can go to the OC. And there's a lot of armies that are starting to focus more on the Battle Shock shenanigans, especially because the Insane Bravery change means that it is a lot bigger of a risk to take these Battle Shock tests. If you have, even if it's Leadership 8, you still fail that. That's 0 OC. You have a 22-man unkillable brick sitting on an objective. You no longer own it. That's big. Yep. It means you don't have to kill shit to do that. And I know Jesse doesn't like that, not having to kill stuff, but it's another way of playing this. You can actually build armies instead of killing stuff. Just make sure they're not holding the objectives, getting those points. It gives another venue, another lane of play, really.
And actually use your army rules like Chaos Demons, Knights, AdMech, all of them. Right?
Yeah, they all have some. And there's going to start to see more of them lean into that too. Scary, hello, welcome to the chat. Love having you in here as well. Everybody else in the chat, say hello if you're in here, and say hello if you're going to be joining us at Studs and Snotlings. I know a lot of you you're just here waiting to see the pairings. I know.
Yep.
I know. That's why we're stringing you along for so long with this episode.
Find out who's playing.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that was that one. The towering changes of the ruins is also it's big. Too.
Back to 9th.
Back to 9th. Except now
because Knights can hide too, right?
Yes. So it's better now.
Yeah,
Plus,
it's better.
But they still if they touch it, then they can still see over kind of thing. So I actually like that a lot better. I like that.
It's the way it should have been, I think, from
exactly.
the get-go.
I think it was actually a really good change. And aircraft still benefit from the full kind of old towering rules, which I think makes perfect sense because they're aircraft. They're in the freaking air. I like that.
To shoot them.
To shoot them. It makes sense.
Yep.
I like that.
Hiding your planes.
Exactly. I like it. So we're not going to go over points and everything, but because there's a lot to go through.
That's too much.
That's too much. But we'll go through some of the faction rule changes because we have different faction specialists on here. Custodes had some changes, and they were nerfs. Let's be real.
Yep.
They were nerfs. Wasn't.
It's more side.
It wasn't. It was more side, like you're saying. So the Unwavering Sentinel strat is Epic Deed now, so it's no longer battle tactics, so you can't do it for free. And I think that was what was that one? That wasn't the fight first, was it?
I think it is.
Is that the fight first? Yeah, so you can't do 2 fight first in a phase.
Yeah.
Custodes were one of the reasons that a lot of close combat armies didn't exist, like World Eaters, because they charge 2 units and they lose both fights before they fight.
Yep.
Now that's not the case. And
they can only have 5-man squads.
And they can only have 5-man squads too, yeah. Which it's a side grade. It's not like you're not losing a huge thing. Like that 6th man was not the backbreaking model of the game, but it does tone down the units a little bit, like in terms of the number of attacks and the durability, so it's good.
Yeah, and you're not putting that huge brick with Trajan just like, come fight me. You got to change it up and play the mission a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it was a nerf. Let's be real. But it's not really didn't really take them out of contention. Their points did a little bit more, but overall, I think they're still going to be pretty heavy in the meta. AdMech, just upgrades all around.
Yeah,
just a couple extra saves, better invulnerables, point drops. You're good to go, guys. You'll be fine.
Yep.
The only Eldari change, aside from all the stuff in like the core rules that kind of nerfed Eldari, was the change to Phantasm, which was, thank God, like holy crap. Phantasm can now only target infantry, so you cannot just move Fire Prisms or move Wraith Knights. Not that you're going to see many of them anymore. Infantry makes perfect sense. That's what it should be. Done.
Yep.
Over with. Thank you. Age of Imperium, the exaction squads changed. So they're not the auto-include of objective monkeys for like knights and stuff anymore.
Yeah, you gotta take a whole 10.
Then luckily we have Cody here to talk about the Death Guard changes because I can't. So go ahead, Cody.
We went from not having a good contagion rule that didn't matter to having stuff
one
that actually matters.
Mhm.
And it's not hard to get these auras onto things. People are like, "Oh, I'll do the Hell Brutes," but you can take your banner guy, throw him up, put like if you wait a turn, you can pop a strat, throw him in the middle, 15-inch aura out of a Rhino, and then just light up your opponent with the -1 to their armor save, not to their AP, which
Right.
is really good. And then the other two are excellent too if you're into a tough battle, or that final one where you can do the obsec, reducing it by 1 can be nice against hordes. Like if you're like, I'm going to kill everything as it is, I don't need these other two things, I'm fighting a gaunt carpet or whatever, your obsec's down and now I can actually fight you on these objectives.
Mm-hmm.
So it took an army that was really struggling, really heading to the bottom, and bumped them right back up. And it makes that getting things into auras actually feel meaningful and like I want to actually do it,
Which you're good
and,
at.
and use my army rule, which is
You're
great.
good. And this is in addition to like the point drops they got. So Death Guard,
Yeah,
they went from F tier to what? High
I'd
C,
say
low
C.
B.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're B. They're B.
B?
I mean, they're better than they're good at picking on the other armies that are lower with them. Like they
Okay.
have the tools for killing.
Yep.
The flamers are awesome. You just run all the flamers.
Right.
And then if you get things close and you use the minus to your save and you light them up with flamers, you have your rerolls to wounds, you can just make things disappear. Even custodes, like taking custodes from a 2 to a 3 to a 4 and just pick them up.
I like it.
It's nice,
I like it.
right? It's pretty solid.
So it's good changes for them. Then we're going to see some more Death
Yeah.
Guard, which
They're
I'm
still
excited
too
about.
slow.
Yeah,
It's just
that
how it
was
is.
that was always kind of their shtick. As long as their other
Yeah.
stuff, that was the problem with their auras and stuff. They're being so
Yeah.
slow, you would never be able to get people in there because how far do you move? 5. Pfft, okay.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't get here. Whatever.
But with the rhinos going down, the
Mhm.
drones going down, the tanks going down, and then Mortarion going down to 325, it's like I got
Yeah.
10-inch movement across the army. My whole army's in tanks or vehicles, 10 inches, rapid ingress or terminators.
Yeah.
You've got a turn where you can be fast with your infantry. Then if your opponent outmaneuvers you, that's where it goes sideways because your opponent goes, I'm not going to fight you. I'm going to go across the table.
Absolutely.
And you can be in trouble.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up too because I think a lot of people, especially you close combat army players, you are not valuing rapid ingress enough. That is like the greatest stratagem for close combat armies ever. It is
It's-
absolutely incredible.
It's excellent.
Yeah,
It
is.
is
It is
It's
so good, so good.
Yep.
Diogo, welcome into the chat, and Thomas L. Thomas Liddy, I'm guessing. Welcome into the chat. Any grudges? There are some grudges. We will be getting to that
Yep.
for sure.
I got grudged.
Yeah, Stud got grudged.
Yep.
So Death Watch, I'm not going to go too much into that. That was just all their special ammo is bolt weapons now, which I guess hit them enough that everybody's
hurt.
not playing Death Watch anymore because we went through all the tournaments and there were like no Death Watch
No.
players in any of the tournaments.
Uh-oh.
Hellfire Hobbies, what is up? How's it going, buddy? Gene Stealer called. So
We're still one of the best armies in the
It
game.
is
So give me
like-
that.
no, my sigh was for all the Gene Circle players that were complaining because we are
Yeah.
still one of the strongest
Top
armies.
4.
We are top 4 easily.
Easy.
And these changes, aside from the Jackal one, that one, it was they
Why?
went up in points, and then they got 9 inches off the edge instead of 6 inches. Like, okay, whatever, that's fine. Sounds good.
Okay.
Sure. But the Cult Ambush Army rule. You know what it was before. Battle line, if you kill it, they come back. Now, they don't come back until the end of your opponent's movement phase, so really you benefit more from them dying on your turn rather than your opponent's turn to get them back faster, give them a little
Yep.
less time to figure out where they can move guys to stop them from coming back. And everybody else is just on a 4+. Now, everybody is on a 5+. Unless it's round 1 or 2, then it's on a 4+, and if it's battle line, then it's another +1. So they're not automatically coming back. they still can. So it's still kind of it's not more like I'm going to kill it and they're just going to come back and say, okay, let's see what happens. So it's a little bit more chance rates. You can't rely on it. You can't just throw them away and say, okay, well, it's fine because they're coming back.
Yeah.
So it's good in that sense. Does it change much of what you're going to be using? No. The battle line is still like the best units in your army. The aberrants went up in cost, so it's a little harder to justify them, but you could still take one squad, you'd be fine. You could even take two, that is okay. Three is, like Muscle Beach is probably not a thing, but because it's just that much too expensive because they need the character in them to get the real benefit with the -1 to wound.
Yep.
So they're fine. Honestly, guys, they're fine. Will you change a little bit of your army? Yeah, you'll probably have one less Nexos in it, maybe, because the battle tactics change, and maybe one less squad of something.
Yep.
Because of the point changes, but they're fine.
Yeah.
Grey Knights are
They got a glow up.
they got a massive glow up. They're
Very good now.
secret sauce. People need to not sleep on them anymore. They're actually in a good spot. I'm not going to go too much in depth on them, but one of the armies that got hit the hardest, and in my opinion, the hardest, Imperial Knights.
Yeah.
They got hit. They got kicked in the balls. Salt poured all over the wound. Tarred and feathered. Marched through the freaking public square like they are. Wow. They did not deserve it. Let's be real.
No.
They did not deserve everything they got. The towering hit already hurt them with the Overwatch and the towering changes. That already hurt them. And arguably, I think that alone would have put them where they should be.
And yeah.
But instead of just that, Thunderstomp strats now at Epic Deeds. You can't do that for free. It's not a battle tactic. Trophy Claim is now 2 CP. Last Stand is now 2 CP.
Yeah.
So not only can they not do stuff for free, but their stuff got more expensive. And there was one other thing that I'm missing. The armature's not being models affected by that bondsman ability. That's right. The armature. You can only pick one armature that get the bondsman ability, so you can't even do it with the big knights. Is that what it was?
No, I think it used to be the armature and the big knight got it. Isn't it
Right.
just the armature?
It's just
gets
the
it
armature
now?
now. That's it.
Now.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So you
So
throw in the knights that don't care.
yeah, big guys don't get their bondsman. Yeah, that's what it is. That yeah.
And you can
That was
still
too
run
much.
a ton of armatures.
That
I
was too
think
much.
it's still
Well,
fun.
for Chaos Knights, it actually doesn't change them too much because I feel like a lot of Chaos Knights are just all the little ones anyway, so it's not going to really change much for them. And even the towering doesn't change them, so that's why I'm just saying the Imperial Knights got hit. Chaos Knights didn't really care because they can take their big ones, but their little spam's better, much better.
I think Imperial Knights are still decent. They're just not. They were standing too close to Eldar and got shot instead.
Yes, exactly.
It felt like, and it was like,
they're friendly fire.
Yeah,
friendly fire. So they got hit. Leagues of Votan. These guys are in the same situation as Death Guard now, maybe even a little bit in a better situation because
they shoot.
Ooh,
they have guns.
Yeah, they still hit on 4s, which is fine because grudges.
Yeah.
They got some massive point reductions, and now their army-wide rule, or at least their detachment rule for now until they get the Codex, does more. I feel.
Yep.
So you're going to see them a lot more too. I'm not going to go into depth in them again because there's all kinds of other podcast shows you'll be able to see. They'll talk about those that know Votan better than we do.
Yeah.
So I think it's good that they got better. Votan's a fun new army.
It is. It is a new army, and it's good that they're not even close to broken, but they are definitely
really cool.
They're going to be able to compete at the high level now, especially if you have 30 Hearthguard.
I think you'll take down a GT.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We got the tools.
For sure. And then last and least is Space Marines with Desolation Squads going from 10 to 5. It's about time. Those things were just they were stupid. You can't complain because Space Marines actually got some point reductions too. So they're fine. They're fine.
Yeah, they're fine. They're right in the middle, right? They're
right in the
totally medium. Everything about them screams medium.
Yeah, until their Codex comes out and they start dominating everybody again, which I'm sure will happen.
It happens every edition.
It happens every edition. So we're waiting for it. We're all excited, but oh, cool, they did a great job with the NIDS. And then the Space Marines will come out and they're like, oh, fuck, they fucked NIDS. So, but
first book syndrome.
First
book's never good.
We're used to it. We're used to it. It's okay. It's okay. But that's the balanced data slate, right? So
Yep.
overall, Jesse can't really speak to it too much because you haven't had too much experience in it. You talked about you did feel some changes, even though you didn't feel the changes from before. So that's good. Cody, what do you think?
I think really solid. Like I was probably in a similar boat to Jesse before this. Like I'm playing the game, I'm just playing with friends. I don't really want to go and get trounced by Eldar and Knights and all these rules that just don't make the game very fun. And they got rid of all of that. And that's, I think, for most players, what everybody wanted out of this was focus on making the game fun, and then let's look at it again and focus on making it fun. Bring the power. I think they also succeeded on bringing a lot of armies up and knocking some armies down. I think they missed a little bit with Eldar, but it was enough. It was enough that you're not just like auto lose to Eldar. You can actually play them.
The game,
they're still the best book. They're still the best units. They're still the best. It's just how it is. I think thousands the nerfs to demons were like, why? I don't understand. But I get that they were a top 50% army before, so that's kind of what their MO was. They went after them. It was poor Shalaxi. Other than that,
she's done now, eh?
Yeah, she's still really good. Like the model's really good, and maybe in a world where with all these points changes, she's actually fine. But they also raised everybody else's points up, so something has to leave the list. And it's like, okay, Shalaxi, you're out. Okay, great unclean when you're in or something, right? It's something has to give in that list because it went up a lot of points. And then Thousand Suns went up a lot of points, plus the changes to the stratagems, the free stratagems. Not so much the devastating wounds, because our devastating wounds were 1 wound.
Yeah.
But it's the modifying CPs. Like you can't keep Magnus being invincible for free anymore. Like there's a lot of stuff you can't do. You still can do like the really re-rolling stratagem is the only battle tactic one I think it is in the Thousand Suns book. So it's like, that's fine if it's free. I'm going to use it every time. But I think it's fair. Like Thousand Suns were good. Now we have 1 less unit. Custodes were good. Now they have like 1 less unit. The Genius Stones were good. They have 1 less unit. It seems like that was the goal. Like you get 10% less and everybody else gets 10 to 20% more that would need to be brought up. And that seems fair. And then you just go from there in a couple months, see where it lands. So I'm happy with it.
I like what they did with it. I think there was a couple misses, like you said too. I hate the points just being the go-to. This is how we nerf and buff stuff. I don't like that. I feel like that's a little bit lazy, but it's working out the way it is. So it's fine. It'll work. We'll just play this game with the point changes like that, because the rule changes for the most part were actually pretty solid. I'm actually very happy about them. And like you said too, Eldar, they missed the boat a little bit in terms of where to nerf them, just because they, as a codex, will just go deeper into all the other best units they have in their codex. So it doesn't matter. They're fine. They will not be like a table you turn to army anymore. They'll be more of I'll just beat you at the game because of points. Because they just have so much mobility.
I'd happily play that than just get
which is fine. I'm more than happy to play a game of beat me in points rather than just kill me on turn 2. I'm more than happy.
There's got to be a best army. Like, at the end of the day, like one of the armies has to be the best.
Of course.
It's just, it feels like it's almost always Eldar, but
it does.
And
I think it's because just innately they have such a deep codex with so much mobility, and they play every single phase well in every edition. So
yes, and they're cheap enough that they can have enough units to play well in all those phases.
Yeah, I agree. Max, do you think they'll fix rules that were save versus mortals that no longer apply on dev wounds? Do I think they will? Probably not. Do I think they should? Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a big rule for custodes.
Yeah, for anything that saves just versus mortals with the changes to dev wounds, that is not a valuable ability anymore.
They just need to add mortal wounds and
devastating.
wounds.
That's it. Just add that.
It'll
be very easy to do. I don't think they'll do it, but they definitely should. Unless like all the codexes coming out are going to start to have like a multitude of ways of making mortal wounds happen, which I hope isn't the case, because we just fixed dev wounds. So go on.
Well, sorry, Cody, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, it's like, oh, I don't get a save. It's not the greatest feeling in the world.
Yeah, like that's not getting a save. That's fine. I'm not too upset about that, because The initial edition of Mortal Wounds I kind of like specifically because of armies like Custodes or
Yeah.
things at the time that had like 3-up invuls and stuff like that. There were things you had a way to play into them reliably. Wouldn't have to say, I hope you fail enough 3-ups,
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's definitely better in that sense. But we'll see where they go with it. I hope they do add that in there because the change to Dev Wounds was great, but now a lot of units that have these Feel No Pains to Mortal Wounds, and they're like good Feel No Pains, like 4-up Feel No Pains to Mortal Wounds is.
And I don't think it cripples any of those
No.
units that are shooting at them.
No, it doesn't.
I think the intent is obviously that they probably still have it.
I
you know
think
what
so.
I mean?
I think it is the intent.
At least
Yep.
it feels that way.
It's just a matter of if they admit it and put it in the next fact, right?
Yep.
So I guess we'll see. We will see. So what does that mean for Studs and Snotlings? Did it change anything for us, Cody, in terms of running it?
In terms of running it, I think everybody's gonna be a lot happier.
Yeah, well, in terms of running it, yeah, I think
excited.
there were like a couple of the teams that are like, we're going because we love team events, but we don't really fucking care. But now it's like, oh, this is actually going to be fun now.
now there's a lot of list variety. Like
a lot of
people
list
are trying
variety.
out stuff, which
A lot of different
really
stuff.
makes the team events a lot more fun, right? Because you see stuff you've never seen in singles. You can run interesting stuff. You can skew, and that creative space is being opened up again with this data slate, and that's really positive.
Yeah,
to be honest,
exactly.
I mean, I would have never ran Death Guard 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
right. So
exactly. So I mean,
right on my Thousand Suns.
When we designed our terrain layout too, I did it not necessarily knowing, but in hopes that towering would be changed.
Yep.
And it did, which is fucking fantastic. So thank you.
Yeah,
for
it
that.
came right at the right time.
Came right at the right time, so that made our terrain pack even better, which I was very excited about because I did a lot of testing with it. So it took a lot of work. You guys have been printing like mad, so thank you for doing that.
Welcome.
Yeah, and Scary, with the changes to terrain and towering, do you think the GW layouts will become more popular outside of their events? Maybe the style of it, the GW terrain itself is...
It stabs me a lot. That's my feedback on it. I every time I stick my hand in that door, I come out.
It's
like,
like
I know I'm a chaos
bloody
player.
hand.
Should be used to it.
The actual layouts themselves, I think, they're well done, especially with the towering changes, and it's going to be similar to like what the Stud and Snotling terrain is in terms of the firing lanes are now a lot easier to manipulate, but not impossible. So shooting armies do have lanes of fire, so they're not going to be out of the game. Close combat armies do have ways to hide, so they're not going to be out of the game. So it's actually fairly balanced in terms of what they've built. So will it make their terrain more popular outside of it? I don't know about their specific terrain, but their layouts, maybe people will try to mimic it a lot more, maybe.
Yeah.
Because we do like having standards, and when GW is both the creator of the game, the rules, and the terrain set, we do have that hope that they know what they're doing with it, right? So
it's good to see them active.
It's good to see them active. So I'm definitely
testing it.
I'm definitely okay with them if it starts becoming more popular across other fields. Obviously, WCDC should still stick with their own terrain set because those guys have actually mastered it, and I love what they do.
Yeah.
So keep it up, Isaac and all you boys over there.
Yep, they have a great terrain set.
Great terrain set, absolutely.
It's
great
really
terrain
good
set.
games.
Mhm.
One thing I like about our terrain set is with the changes to fly and 10th edition, that bay door is just like it's.
Oh my
it's
god,
money.
that bay door is
It's
still
money for
the greatest terrain invention ever. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Cody. Like you just outdid yourself with that one. That was fucking.
Well, thank you.
I saw that. It was like, this is awesome because with the rules and everything, being able to block it and still be able to go through with stuff that normally wouldn't be able to go through walls. So even things that like Jesse would bring in world leaders that aren't infantry could be going through there and
it's my Thunderbolt Cavalry's
there you go, exactly.
favorite terrain piece, and I totally didn't design it just because.
Of course
of
not. Why would you do that?
Totally not.
Why would never? There's no nepotism in our terrain. Here.
No. I didn't spend tournaments going, I can't run these guys at all because walls everywhere. It's just no. But so now it's like you can do rhinos, you can do that. Right? It's fun.
Yeah.
Or if you're an Eldar player, you got your little grav tank, you don't have to go around the stupid thing. Like it lets you
play the game
some
better.
options there and with that terrain piece.
Gives more interaction with the game. Gives more play, counterplay. It's just I love it.
Yeah.
So that I think that pretty much does it. So we're just going to sign off now, and there's nothing else to talk about, right?
No, we're good. We're good.
All right, I'll see you. No, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
What are the grudges? Start there.
The grudges, yeah. So for those of you that are just listening to us after the fact, unless you're really interested in the pairings for the Studs and Snotlings event, you don't need to listen to the rest of this. But thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next time. But we are going to do the live pairings for Studs and Snotlings team event this weekend. Now I know that most of the people that are watching this live are waiting for this. So I guess without further ado, we'll start getting into this. The grudges will go over first because these guys have been taken out of the pool, obviously, because they've already been grudged. There were several grudges. Actually, there was a lot of grudges, but only 3 of them were accepted.
Yep.
So we have Stutter Scrub got grudged by the Bottom Table Titans, which was accepted, and you will be playing them on round 1. The ones into ones, I think either grudged or was grudged by Scotch Hammer, so they will also be going up against each other round 1. And then BBB, which is the second Bloodbath and Beyond team, I believe, and Mighty Morphin Toy Rangers will be facing
that
off
name.
round 1. Yeah, I love that name too. They all have the different color shirts too, so they have the different Rangers.
My
It's great.
God.
It's great. Love it, guys. Love it. So between these 3. One of the things we do with team events, we haven't done this for Studs and Snotlings yet because this is our first time doing it.
Yeah.
But we always like to do our little prediction of these first round matchups of who we think is going to be winning. Stud versus Scrub versus Bottom Table Titans. I'm sorry, Bottom Table Titans. Obviously we can't go against our own team.
Uh-huh.
I can't.
I'll do it.
Yeah, but Jesse will because he's a dick.
Let's go Bottom Table Titans.
All right, there we go. Because he's not there, so he doesn't give a shit. So that one's kind of. There we go. Good luck, guys. It'll be a fun game. You guys will have fun. Ones into ones versus Scotch Hammer. This is actually, I think this is a good one. This is a good one.
Yep.
I love Scotch Hammer. I love those guys.
Yeah.
I do think ones into ones.
You're obviously going with the other team.
Yep. I am. Ones into ones is actually a pretty solid team. Like they have some strong players on their strong list. Scotch Hammer is also they're a fun team, and I don't know. There's a good chance they might be half drunk before the round 1 starts. So it's which might actually benefit them.
Let me see who's on Scotch Hammer this year or this tournament.
Well, I can tell you. I got it up. Do you want to know?
Yeah.
So we got.
No,
Austin.
I got
Okay.
it here. Just you're good.
So I don't need to talk. We just sit here and quiet.
Yeah,
while
you just everyone quiet while I think. All right.
All right. Sorry. Everybody, shut up.
Shut up. I'm trying to think here.
Brian Crothers is fantastic for the tourney, guys. Great pod. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining us. We love doing this and doing this for our first team event. This is always fun. We're not. I'm not claiming inventing this. Canhammer always started this, so props to Canhammer for doing this first. And we love it so much. We wanted to do it ourselves. So
I'll take ones into ones.
one's in a okay.
I'm gonna take Scotch Hammer.
Ooh. All right. So okay.
I like
always
writing
2 to 1.
this down?
lists. I like
Hey, are
their
we
list.
writing this down?
I will write this down. Sure. I got it all in my Excel sheet here.
They
Do
got-
you
they got-
actually?
Yeah.
What was my first pick?
For you picked Bottom Table Titans.
Yeah, Cody. I need you to throw that game, bud.
Well, we are throwing our pairings down randomly, so
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. We're completely random.
All right, so ones into ones is me and Jesse, and then Cody took Scotch Hammer. And then there's BBB versus Mighty Morphin Toy Rangers. Now, this one is, out of the 3, I think this is the closest one. This one's actually hard, like really hard for me to pick.
BBB.
BBB, so it's the one with Kevin Banana was the captain.
Black Templars are and they got Grey Knights too. Black Templars are good.
They are, yes. They are good.
Who are they playing in? BBB versus
The Mighty Morphin Toy Rangers.
Mighty Morphin Toy Ranger.
Yeah.
I mean that. Toy Rangers. That's
Toy
amazing.
So I don't know anybody on the Mighty Morphin team, but they got a Black Legion list, so I'll take them.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair. So that'll be Jesse over there.
I'm gonna take them, but I think Kevin takes BBB for the win.
Yeah.
But I'm still picking Mighty Morphin.
Yeah,
Officially.
they've got GSC, Grey Knights, Adeptus Mechanicus, Necrons, and Black Top. That's a good squad.
Yeah.
That is a good squad. What does Mighty Morphin Toy Rangers have here?
Black Legion, Sisters,
Black Templar, Black
Necrons.
Legion, Necrons, Grey Knights, and Sisters.
Is it actually Sisters?
It actually might be. I'm going to click it to make sure this isn't just...
It is Sisters.
It is Sisters.
Brave man. I wish. Yeah.
Cody, you can't not pick that, right?
Maybe it's a spoiler
It's my
list.
favorite faction in the game, and they're so bottom. It's it's hard. It hurts my soul. So that they need the Death Guard treatment. They need it.
They need
like,
it, yeah.
They
I'm
need
surprised
it.
they didn't
need
get it. They didn't get
something.
anything. It was weird.
No, they no. There's no Bloody Rose. There's no this. There's no that. Your army just walks into stuff, doesn't do anything, and dies. Like, okay, cool.
Lovely.
Yeah, they can play the mission, right? If they get paired into somebody who's bad at playing the mission,
That's
they can win.
fair. They can do that.
They're fast and they've got lots of bodies. But
Well,
I'm
what do you
gonna
think,
pick
Cody?
BBB.
BBB?
BBB.
I think
That's it. That is a deadly lineup. That
Yeah,
is a
I'm actually
deadly,
down with the
deadly
BBB
lineup.
lineup too. I'm going to go with that one. I
think Grey Knights are just.
Grey Knights are a
awesome
sleeper,
right
like
now.
I said, and Kevin has been playing them for a while too. So
Yeah, I think
All right.
Necrons are going to end up being one of the top armies. Too,
Yes,
pretty quickly
for
as
sure.
people start to get a handle of it.
all right, and then we get into the
Alrighty.
random pairings. Now I am going to do something first because I think this is funnier. So I'm just doing it. Where is it? I got to find it because there's one team that grudged like 5 different teams and they all said no. There it is. Imperialis United. Can't see it. Too bright.
No, it's not focusing on
Too
it.
bright.
It's too
Maybe
bright.
turn
The
this off.
sun.
Turn this off. There we go. There we
There
go.
you go, yep.
Imperialis United. I'm going to take these guys out first. They have grudged like 5 teams. They all said no. One of you's got to play them. And one of you's going to figure out. We're going to figure out who's going to play them right now. Because I need to know who's actually going to play them. Imperialis United. Okay. So all of you are going to have the same chance to play these guys. All right? I'm putting it up here so I don't see. So it'll be Imperialis United versus Chimera
Chimera
Beta.
Beta.
Is this one of the teams that they tried to grudge?
It is not.
That's too bad.
That's too bad, yeah. I was kind of hoping it would be.
Let's go
right.
Chimera.
You're just out of the cafe.
Well, that's if it's from the store.
It is.
Out in Kitchener.
Yep.
We sell Monument to them, and
Well,
they do
Cody's
quite well.
Cody's
Let's
in.
go Chimera.
Cody's in. Imperialis is Bruno's team from Quebec.
I'll take the French guys.
The French guys, Jesse.
Yeah.
Going for the French guys. I'm not even going to look at the list. I have to go with Chimera too. There's supporting Warpfire and our Monument, and
Yep.
they're local to me. So
Mm-hmm.
go Chimera.
I'm gonna just go with the opposite of you guys go. All picks.
Sounds like it just.
You agreed with me with ones and a ones though.
Yeah, but you each picked both sides. I had to pick.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Yeah, so you get to pick last. Figure that out. All right, there we go. Next up.
I don't think you have to hold it up to your head. No one's thinking you're cheating.
Team
No one-
Chimera, so the original
Team Chimera.
No one
Well,
thinks I'm
here's my next
cheating.
pick.
I'm doing it anyway. Here.
Oh, we got Mark Pepper on this team. I like Mark Pepper.
Yep.
BB3.
Oh, BB.
These are 2 local teams.
These are 2
right?
local teams. That makes it harder. Then Team Chimera.
BB3. What is on BB3?
Swagger man.
That's Armando's team. Armando's squad.
Oh, Armando.
Ooh.
Got
and
some
this-
Death Guard.
Oh yeah, you do. So, Admech, Grey Knights, Necrons, Imperial Knights, Death Guard. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. BB3. And that's for Team Chimera, Custodes, Necrons, Tyranids, Eldarian. Wow.
We're going Team Chimera.
Wow.
That's
Ooh.
that's a combo.
That's a combo.
Oof. That's
Yeah, it's
Steve
hard to
from
go against
Jinx
Chimera with
Cult there
that
and you're
with
ready to rock.
those lists. That is a solid squad.
Yep.
faction.
Well, Imperial Knights took a hit.
They
Custodes
did.
Took a hit.
yeah. They're still. I'd say Knights are B tier, Custodes A tier.
Oh, Ian's on that team too.
Yeah.
I'm taking Team Chimera as well.
Okay.
Yep.
I know 2 of the people on that list. I think I probably know everybody on BB3 though.
That's true. You probably do.
Oh yeah.
All right. So
Um,
that is Jesse going with Team Chimera. And what did you do, Cody, or did you pick yet?
I'm going to go Chimera again.
Yep.
Let's go, guys.
Well, I guess
2-0
I have
in
to
the
go
first
BB3. I'm not going to.
There you go.
Armando, you got this, buddy. Take your team to victory.
If Armando was the captain, I would have gone for them.
Oh, yeah.
We all know he's the emotional leader of that team.
He is the emotional leader. We know. We know who's really leading that team, don't we?
Yeah, Juan Villela Mantilla, who I don't know that guy, but whatever. That guy's just a face. Armando's the real leader there.
All right. That is that one done then. I'll just make sure I got those in. Cool. Next up. Halton Heretics Alpha. Now, I'll say right now, if I pull another Halton Heretics team, I will redraw because I'm not going to have them play each other round one.
That's fair.
So Halton
would have done the same for Bloodbath too.
Absolutely would have done that.
I would guess.
But now that we don't have to worry about it because there's only one left in the pool, we're good. And they are going to be going against Team Sweden, all the way from Canada.
Sweden.
All right.
Tyranids, Space Marines, Custodes,
versus, let's see, Team Sweden. What's their squad looking like right now? Ultramarines, Custodes, Chaos Space Marines, Imperial Knights, and Tyranids. That's a solid squad. Okay, that's solid. And the
when it was Beta,
Alpha.
Okay.
Halton Heretics Alpha. Black Legion, Custodes, Black Templar, Tyranids, and Necrons. Oh, I'm going with Halton Heretics. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a quite a good mix.
That is.
I agree.
That is a good mix.
Agree.
I'm definitely going with Halton there.
You both went Halton?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so then I'm going. What was the name of the other team?
Team Sweden.
Sweden. Let's see. Let's look at what do we got here. Do I know Chris Orr? That name looks familiar. I don't know. Let's say I know him, so they'll pick them then.
Sure. No, you're cheering for your buddy Chris Orr then.
Yeah, Chris is my buddy. We've known each other since we were like 6 or 7.
You've been a Chris Orr fan for generations.
Dude, I got his rookie card at home. It's a big deal for me.
All right, next up. The Cornflakes.
I'll take them.
Yeah, I figured.
Doesn't have to be a second part. It's just we're done.
If it's okay, I'm not gonna say that for sure because if it's like blunt force trauma, I just can't be dumb, right?
Well, they are in here still, so let's see. Cornflakes are going up against the other guys.
The other guy.
Great name.
Yeah.
Yep.
Two great
these are
names
right beside each other.
Yeah,
so
that makes
nice.
it so easy.
Right, because they also both start with the. Perfect. Okay.
Yep.
So the Cornflakes.
Other guys have Chaos Knights and Chaos Space Marines.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Votan.
So do the
Custodes,
Cornflakes.
So do the Cornflakes.
Oh,
so we'll go with Cornflakes based off name.
Okay, that's fair. Necrons, Chaos Space Marines, Ultramarines, Chaos Knights, and Custodes versus
Other guys. I think other guys are going to dummy them. They got
Chaos
Eldari.
Leagues of Votan, Custodes, and yeah, I'm going with the other guys. I like that. I like that
guy.
roster.
Yeah, the other guys are gonna. Yeah, I'm still going Cornflakes, but I think the other guys. I think they got that one.
I want to watch the Votan players and see how it goes for them.
That's on the
Really
other guys.
interested. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next up, there's still some good teams left in here, so there could be a spicy round one matchup still.
Why has nobody got World Eaters in this on their army list? This is poor army roster.
War Game Warriors green. So I think this is the second squad of War Game Warriors.
Yeah.
Nope. War Game Warriors.
It's a good 5 they've got there.
Yeah, Tau looks pretty good after the changes.
Yeah, they actually have some good play. Against
it just depends which list he's running.
Maple Leaf Wargaming.
Yeah, he's got all the crisis suits. He's ready to go.
So War Game Warriors against. So there's 2 wargaming clubs.
Maple Leaf Wargaming.
Yeah. Dark Angels, Astro Militarum, Necron.
Oh, I'm taking Maple Leaf Wargaming. There's the World Eaters I was looking for.
Oh, there you go.
He's in. Vivek Ramesh. You got this, bud.
I think
Yeah,
it's the captain too.
Oh, he's the captain too. Look at him. He's a hero.
just
That guy's
going.
not just a face. That is the emotional leader of the team right there.
Okay.
GSC, Chaos Space Marines, Black Templars, Yunari, and World Eaters. That's a spicy
Whoa,
mix.
That is a good mix.
That's a spicy mix.
Wow. This is a tough one.
I'm gonna have to agree with Jesse here.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go all in on the World Eaters.
I'm going to go with the War Game Warriors because Guard and Tau, I think, are
I
actually
agree.
really good team lists.
I
Yeah.
saw them first, and I was like, that's really good. But you got World Eaters, another chaos in there. Come
What
on,
else?
let's
What
go.
are you going to do against that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
get
just
over that.
lose. Why, dude? If you're on War Game Warriors green, just buy your opponent a beer and give them a 20 and call it a day. Because
Yeah, what's the point?
It's over for you, man.
All right. GTA 40K. I believe that's Keith's squad. And the only squad with the Tyranid player with the balls to do a gaunt carpet. The balls on that man changing that many bases. Against something Slaneshi.
Okay.
Good name.
All right.
Sorry,
All right.
GTA 40K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a World Eaters too.
Oh, wow.
Here we go.
I'm gonna go with something Slaneshi.
Dark Angels, Adari, Orcs, Necrons, Custodes. Good squad. Good squad. And GTA 40K. Tyranids, Imperial Knights, Chaos Knights, Chaos Space Marines, World. Wow. They went hard into big things and then a gaunt carpet. I'm going with GTA 40K.
So you guys went each way, so I can't just.
That's
go
right.
my own way.
You have to agree with one of us, Jesse.
I'll go with the World Eaters guy.
So
GTA
GTA 40K.
40K.
Yeah. Just so you know, the two times you have agreed with us, you've agreed with me. Actually, you've agreed with
Really?
Cody twice too.
Yeah, so what you said was meant nothing.
It literally meant nothing. But the point is, you've agreed with us.
Got that.
All right.
When I was forced to agree with one of you, I agreed with one of you, basically. Is what
Yeah,
you said.
that's exactly what I'm saying. All right, here we go. Bloodbath and Beyond, Hamza squad.
Okay.
Definitely
Let's
one of the
pull
one
out
of the
blunt force
strong
trauma
teams
here.
Yeah,
Let's
here we
get
go.
this-
Let's
get
bring
this
this
Let's
side.
just do it right now. I get blunt force trauma, get it over with right out the bat.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Let me make sure you know I don't. Where are the things? There they are. Okay, I got one. It is. Oh, first place holders.
Oh, that's another good
That's
one.
another good one. All right,
That's
that is
a
a
good one.
spicy first round.
Oh boy.
This
Oof.
is tough. There we go. That is the spiciest round one we have so far for sure. Ooh.
Sorry, what was the second team again? First place.
First place holders against Bloodbath and Beyond.
I can't find
Ooh.
them. I gotta learn my alphabet better.
I'm
Dude,
gonna
I gotta go first place holders.
same.
You got Sam, Christian. You got the Wang on there, Zach. I don't think I know Jack Morris, but he's playing Eldari. Like, you know what I mean? All he's got to have is a pulse, and he'll pick up 10, 15 points.
I gotta go. Yeah, gotta go first place holders.
First place holders. Cody as well.
Let's go, Jack.
Bloodbath.
Oh, you know Jack?
Oh yeah,
That's Dan Morris.
That's Dan
the
Morris. We
owner
know
of
him
the
for sure.
Red Dragon.
From Red Dragon. Yeah, good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy.
He's,
Dude.
help.
But he's
bring
not
us
playing
some
GSC,
support.
so I can't pick you. No, you're not playing GSC. You're doing
Go
it
get
wrong.
your monument hobbies from the
doing it
Red
wrong.
Dragon.
With Bloodbath Beyond, the Guard, Harlequins, GSC,
They got a good
Legions
list,
of Votan, yeah, I'll go with Bloodbath. There we go.
All right.
You know what? I have to go last because now I'm not going to just disagree with you because now I feel like whoever goes last feels like they're picking the team that's just not getting voted for. So I'm going to start making people feel bad. When you guys go both one way,
That's
I'm
fair.
going hard
That's fair.
against
Yeah,
that team.
just
And
go-
we can be
just
like,
fuck that last
nobody
team.
believes in you. You should feel bad about yourself.
You
and
should
your
feel
army
bad about
decision.
yourself and life, okay?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because you guys, you're being way too nice right now. We need a team that we hate.
Okay.
I've decided
All
the
right.
team we hate. Has bottom table Titans already been out there?
Yeah, you
Oh.
already voted for them.
Oh. They were going to be the team I decided to hate.
All right, next up. 40K Semi-Pro Ron Squad.
All right.
Okay.
40K semi-pro against the Halton Heretics Chad squad.
The Chads.
All right, I think that gets rid of any chances of same teams playing each other round one. We're good. So 40K semi-pro against Halton Heretics Chad.
Oh, this is a tough decision for me.
We got Ricky, Ron, Dark Angels, Chaos, Tau, Chaos, Space Marines, Chaos. Dude, there's a lot of chaos on 40K semi-pro.
Yeah,
Jesse.
40K semi-pro, 3 chaos.
In fact,
which
Dark
is-
Angels like the most chaos of the Space Marine factions too. That's
so that's a
pretty-
leaning that way. But then Halton Heretics Chad, we got World Eaters over there.
Ooh.
Hey, our list live.
Yep, you can see them
Yeah.
I can't see them. Who?
Just gotta click
Tell
on
me
the
what's
name.
on Matthew Bucci's list.
on
Matthew
what-
Bucci.
Okay.
He's got Angron. He's got Demon Princes.
The Lord of the
Master
Goddess.
Execution. Jackals, Corn Berserkers. Rhino. 8-bound, 8-bound. Exalted 8-bound, Exalted 8-bound.
Oh, he's running at you.
Yeah. He's just straight at you.
I'm gonna go with 40K semi-pro.
Who you going with, Cody?
I'm gonna go with my buddy. We're going to go with Ron. We're going to go with 40K semi-pro.
Okay.
So I'm going with 40K semi-pro too. Halton Heretics Chad, feel bad about yourselves. Nobody believes in you.
Nobody believes in you.
Nobody. If you need a chip on your shoulder, there it is right there.
Now you
all
have
right?
to win. You needed motivation to win this. There it is. Nobody believes in you.
Nobody believes in you. You are the underdog story of the Stud or Snotling tournament.
And then Mike's story is the story. Here, guys.
We still have Blood Force Trauma in here too.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, War Games Warriors Black. That is the first squad of the bank. War Games Warriors Black.
Why did they go with colors?
Because everybody else went with like Alpha, Beta, Chad. Okay, get them added in, and then they will be going
Yeah, but,
against.
like, what's better, black or green? Like, is green their good team or is black their good team?
I
Like,
honestly don't know.
Yeah, so that's why you got to go like first, second.
There it
third. No,
is.
that's the
Blood
team to
Force
believe in.
Trauma.
Oh, boy.
I'm gonna go here because I don't want to have. Yeah, you guys go. Go pick. What do you think, Dustin? You think Blood Force Trauma is gonna win or War Games?
Let me
War Games
look at
Black?
the War Games Warrior. I'm sorry, I don't know many of them. Oh, I know Adel, Liam.
Yeah.
Okay. Leagues of Votan Knights. They have a good squad.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's an amazing squad. But I'm going for Blood Force.
Yeah.
There's nothing
that's
against you guys. You know it. This is. I'm sorry. Good. I hope you upset them. That would be amazing.
That is a stacked team.
That like Blood Force is a stacked team.
That is. Oof. They came to
win.
It came to win. They came to win, so I'm going to vote for the other guys. Let's get it done, Adel.
There you go.
Okay. So, that means I get to actually pick what I think's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pick Blunt Force Trauma.
Oh, okay.
Shocking nobody.
Right.
Yep.
Because my buddy Tim's on there. Tim's my favorite person in 40K,
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So
and he's playing Chaos. He's coming back to his real roots, leaving the elves
Yes.
behind.
this is the second last matchup. We have Halton Heretics Beta.
Yeah.
See, now I know this is their second best team, so I know that
this makes it easier, right?
Yeah, it's better.
Against Mom's Basement Gaming, another one of the good teams there. They definitely have a good team.
Well, we got Chaos Knights on the beta team and Thousand Suns, so that's 2 Chaos.
Just counting the
What was
chaos
the other
of
one?
teams, that how you, Halton Heretics Beta.
Yeah, that's legitimately how I've picked every team that I've had to pick.
Genius, they're called Chaos Knights, Tau, Imperial Knights, Thousand Suns. Okay.
That's good.
Oh, Mom's Basement Gaming, though, does have that filthy casual Eddie Crampton on there.
That's true. They do.
He is nothing but a filthy casual. He's going to hold them back the entire time.
That's true.
I'm gonna go take Mom's basement. Oh no, you guys go first. Sorry, so I can.
Oh, you
save
already
that
did. No, I'm
for
putting you in.
somebody.
Nope. I'm
Shit.
already put you in. You're committed. Fuck you.
I'm gonna go Halton Heretics Beta.
Okay. Ooh.
I got the GSC and the Tau. It's
They
pretty.
do.
I like it.
They do.
I like it.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, it's solid lists. I mean, everybody's brought pretty solid squads. To be honest,
They are actually pretty solid. Tyranids, Guard, Necrons, T-Suns. The Harlequins is the only one that I'm like, I don't know about that, but they can be good.
is there not one Space Wolf player on here?
There was one.
There was?
Okay.
Yeah.
You just missed
Yeah.
it. Did you not vote for them, Cody? You should feel bad.
I hope I would
You
have
should
voted
feel
for
bad.
them. I would feel bad.
I think
If
I
he's
won
running
against
like
World.
18 Thunderwolf Cavalry, I'll feel like I've done myself wrong.
Yeah,
I
I'm
won
gonna
against World Eaters one time.
I'm
Cody, so
gonna
don't
go
feel
for
bad
Mom's
about it.
Basement
Yeah.
Gaming, despite Eddie being on that team. You know,
Eddie's got to beat me to not be a filthy casual.
it's true. He knows it too. He's been trying to for a while. He wants
Yeah,
to.
I'm never gonna play him again, so that he's do it. Like if we play in a tournament, I'm just gonna leave, just so he has to be a filthy casual for the rest of his life.
Oh, I hope these guys aren't actually similar. 'Cause we got Mid-Table Terrors
A great name.
versus Mid-Table Terrorific, which is the last.
Oh, they are playing their friends.
Are they playing their friends? Damn it!
That was
Is that the last?
That is the last one.
Oh,
Damn it!
No.
Sorry, mid-table team. You'll get 4 games against strangers.
Do we? We have a bunch of people in chat. Do we try and redraw something here?
No, that's bullshit.
I don't think we should. I think that's bullshit. I'm
You
sorry.
could ungrudge one of the grudge teams and regrudge
Nah, but they've
them.
done it. This
They-
has all been
nah.
decided. Sorry, mid-table.
Sorry,
You fucked
guys.
up.
We did pretty good.
We did very good. I
considering it
actually completely forgot about those two. Fuck.
We
Yeah.
did fine, I think.
I think we did fine. Yeah.
Let's not pat ourselves too hard on the back.
Yeah. Okay, we did fine. It was solid.
Solid.
effort.
Solid.
Solid C. Give
Yeah.
it a
Solid C. Maybe C plus. Come on. Give us that extra star here. All right,
Yeah.
so mid-table terrors, mid-table terrorific. Grey Knights. There you go. There's a Space Wolves there. On terrorific.
I'm gonna take them.
There
Done.
we go.
That's easy.
Easy peasy.
Get it done, Aaron.
And Tyranids, Chaos Demons, Admech, Yannari, and Blood Angels.
I'm going to stay
Oh
quiet.
yeah, there
Sorry.
it is. The Thunderwolves right at the bottom. That's all I need
Yeah.
to see.
All right, I'm going to go with the mid-table terrors.
So I can pick either, or we're not hating on any of these guys. We only hated one team?
We only hated one team. Apparently, Halton Heretics Chad. Sorry, guys.
Fuck you guys.
The Chads. The Chads of the tournament.
I hope they all stub their toe on the way to the tournament. I literally have no idea. I'll take the terrors. I
The
guess.
terrors.
Yeah, because I feel like I know Mike Emery. Do I know Mike Emery?
Yeah.
That name seems familiar.
Yeah, he's out to all the events.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's a very nice painted Admech army.
Well, Juan says B3 is happy to trade, and actually BB3 versus Team Chimera are both fairly local to each other, too.
Could do that.
I wouldn't mind changing those two.
Do you want to?
Just because I don't, if we can avoid, if we can avoid these guys playing each other round one, I'd like to do that. And again, like I said,
agree.
B3 going against Team Chimera, they're both local to each other.
Yep.
Juan, you good with that? If Team Chimera guys are in here too, you okay with that?
Dude,
too?
Juan, if you're there, you need to okay this with Armando before we do anything.
the emotional
All right.
leader of your team.
All right? You do not actually get a real say in this. We need Armando's say so before we make any moves.
I won't lock this in yet until we get a nice little comment, because I'd like to do that change, because I don't want those guys to play each other round one if we can avoid it. So we find here's mid-table tiers.
Mike Emery or James Dunster.
Yeah, if either of those guys are in here. If not, then you won't even know, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
There you go.
You can just send him an email too, right? Because it's only one change.
This is only
Yeah,
one
it's
change.
not that
I haven't
big a
put
deal.
anything in yet either.
Yeah, it's not that big.
Like I
I
said, if
think
you're not
you
here,
just
you don't
need-
know, so it's fine.
You take the one matchup, pull a random from it, and pull a
Yeah.
random from the other matchup, and off we go.
Yeah, let's do that. We're going to do it. Thank you,
Yeah.
Juan, for making that concession because, I don't want you guys to play each other. And
No.
like I said,
And the mid-table teams and the team Chimera, Juan spoke for you.
Yep.
Apparently, he's not the real leader of his own team, but he's the leader of your team. So.
he's leading your team instead. That's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about
That team's just full of captains.
It's all the teams.
All solid folks.
Then there's B3 and what was it? Team Chimera? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So between Team Chimera and B3, it'll be Team Chimera versus
Now I got to repick who I go for.
Yeah.
versus Mid-Table Terrorific.
Mid-table
There we go.
terrific.
Terrific's the Space Wolf one, right?
Yes.
That's oh my god.
And Team Chimera.
No, I have to pick between those two. Okay. Shit.
Oh, I'm sticking with Team Chimera. Though I do love their name.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, no, I don't vote yet.
You're doing this so wrong. This is awful. This is just awful.
I want to have we might get another team we hate. That's awesome.
I'm gonna take Team Chimera. Sorry, Space Wolves.
Oh, Dustin, what are you gonna do?
I gotta support.
Wait, so you got
the stores.
Jesse and Cody both went for Team Chimera?
No, I haven't voted yet.
Yes, you have. I gotta look at these two again now. I got Mid-Table Terrific already up. Grey Knight, Space Wolves, Astro. Wait, did you not vote for those Space Wolves, or the Team Chimera have one too?
No,
but
he didn't vote for the Space Wolves.
Oh, you
I did
bastard!
not.
Right, but
You know
Team
what? I'll
Chimera-
vote for the Space Wolves. You guys can have Team Chimera.
Ooh.
I'll
Okay.
take the Space Wolves. I'll do it. Give me Mid-Table Terrorific. Let's
Okay.
go Space Wolves.
You already gave Team Chimera a vote earlier, so kind of evens out, you know.
Yeah.
Just vote for them in round 2 when nobody's watching.
That's right.
There you go.
Team Chimera. Oh, Ian, Mark, and oh yeah, no, I'm going for Team Chimera for sure.
Yeah.
So you each want one. Oh, damn.
Ah,
I'll say Team Chimera.
You got who?
I'll stay with Team Chimera.
Okay. And then we have Mid-Table Terrors versus BB3.
I'm going with mid-table. Oh no, I'm not going with anybody yet. Keep forgetting.
He said it
You
every
committed.
single
You
time.
committed. That's it. I'm putting you down. Mid-Table Terrors. You did it. You're in.
I keep forgetting that we want to hate on somebody.
No, you want to hate on
I'll
somebody. You
also
fuck.
take Mid-Table Terrors.
Oh, this would have been. This was. We had a chance here.
It could have been. It could have been.
Dustin, do it. Mid-table terrors.
You want to hate on Armando? How dare you?
Just put a chip on his shoulder. Just makes him stronger, man.
I can't. I can't. Juan helped us do this. I gotta go for BB3. I can't do it. There we go. So I'm going for BB3.
Alrighty.
And
All
there
right,
we go.
Are we picking best player?
Best
That's what
player?
it's
The specific best
Oh
player?
boy.
Yeah, who's gonna be the highest scoring player?
Wow. Just wow. Okay, go ahead.
It's gonna be someone on Eldari.
Think so? In a team event, I'm not so sure.
Oh, true. They might be paired up against Eldari. might just pull all the mirrors.
Do you want to actually just pick a faction, or do you want to specify one player is going to do the best?
One player is the highest
Okay.
scoring player over the
One.
weekend.
All right, do it.
I'm not going last.
You're not going last? Okay, go.
I am going last. Sorry.
All right.
Oh my
look at this.
fucking god! This is not easy.
Nah, fuck it. I'm just going to go with Tim. Screw all y'all.
It's a horrible decision.
You suck.
This is because I was probably gonna go with Tim.
I figured.
So now I'm mad at you.
Yeah, you wanted to go last.
I'm gonna go with Sparkles.
Sparkles. Oh, there's two players
Jason
from Blood
Sparks.
Force Trauma.
Yep.
I'm going with Richard Hughes. Dickie himself.
Ooh, Dickie himself bringing some Chaos Space Marines.
Yep.
There we go. Okay, so you have your matchups We'll go through them once more, just so you guys know for sure what it ended up being. So, obviously, we'll do the Grudges, Stutter Scrub versus Bottom Table Titans, Ones into Ones versus Scotch Hammer, BBB versus Mighty Morphin Toy Rangers, Imperialis United versus Chimera Beta, Mid-Table Terrorific versus Team Chimera, Halton Heretics Alpha versus Team Sweden, the Cornflakes versus the other guys, Wargame Warriors Green versus Maple Leaf Wargaming, GTA 40K versus Something Slaneshi, Bloodbath and Beyond versus First Place Holders. That'll be a good one. I want to watch that one. 40K Semi-Pro versus Halton Heretics Chad, Wargame Warriors Black versus Blunt Force Trauma. Wargame Warriors have that in the bag, no problem. Heretics Beta, Halton Heretics Beta versus Mom's
That's
Basement
mean,
Gaming.
man. You're mean.
That's my team. That's who I voted for.
Cody's got it. You got this, guys.
You got it, Adam.
They got it. Adam's a good guy. I played him. I like
Yeah.
him. Where was I? Halton Heretics Beta versus Mom's Basement Gaming and Mid-Table Terrors versus BB3. You have your round ones, gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this live pairings. I think it was fun. I always enjoy doing this kind of stuff. We'll do this every time for team events. Love it. Love it. But that's
the way to do it.
that is it for our episode. Is there going to be a stream table? Thank you for bringing that up, Max, because I did want to touch on this. There will not, specifically because Charity Hammer is going on this weekend, and I did not want to take any viewership away from a charity event. So I did not. I did not do that. Unfortunately,
Having 5 stream tables is tough.
yes, it is. That is the thing.
See if we can get the projector and put Charity Hammer up.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
Definitely do that. All right, that is going to be our episode with the podcast and the live show. Jesse, do you want to take us out here?
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook, search Stutter Scrub. You can find us on YouTube, search Stutter Scrub. If you want to support us, you can do so by leaving a review, 5-star preferred. If not, just let us know why. If you don't want to take that a step further, you can go on to Patreon. Just search out Stutter Scrub there. Also, if you'd like to join the Discord, just send us a message on said Facebook, and we will send you a link. Nailed it.
Any
Awesome.
any last words you want to go out on, Cody?
Sure. You can find me over at warpspeeddistribution.com. If you're a store owner and you want to carry some monument hobbies, just drop me a line.
Bam.
Good luck,
this
everybody.
weekend, guys. We'll see you there.
You have a good one.